Are you curious to learn about the market outlook and sustainability highlights in alternative investments? Come join us in discussing with investment experts across the field, all the way from renewable energy to forestry, real estate, and beyond. Stay tuned. In this episode, we will find out what the market outlook is for renewable energy investments now and in the future. Together with me, I have Evli's own renewable energy expert, Daniel Pasternak. Daniel has a long-standing background in the finance industry, both in executive and portfolio management positions, and he has been working with renewable energy investments since 2016. And currently he is also a professor of practice at Hanken School of Economics. So great to have you here, Daniel.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Starting off with a very current question regarding the energy market. So how do you see the future developments within the energy sector in Finland and across Europe?
What we are experiencing in Finland and also in Europe is a huge imbalance between the production capacity and the demand for energy. So once we had to, due to the Ukraine crisis, stop using gas and oil from Russia, we have a gap that needs to be filled with new production capacity. And in most places, if not all places in the world, the cheapest way to produce electricity is by renewable technologies such as solar modules or wind. So we need to solve this imbalance between demand and supply, and it requires a lot of investment, constructing a lot of new renewable plants.
Yeah. And what are the key implications from an investor's perspective?
Well, always when you have kind of a great need to invest, there will be pockets that are profitable and where you can, as an investor, earn a decent return on your investment with a moderate risk. And I think this is the case now also. There is, because of the demand and because of the need to electrify traffic, electrify the industry, we will have even a greater demand of electricity in the future, and that will keep electricity prices at a higher level than what we were used to during maybe the last 10 years. And this will support the investment. So the electricity that you are selling is going to be more expensive, and that's going to provide more profits for your investment. So in the long term, I think it will solve the issue both in terms of there being enough supply, but it will take maybe 10 to 15 years, maybe 20 years before we reach that. And in the meanwhile, I think there's a great investment opportunity.
Yeah. And what kind of opportunities does the growing demand for energy storage provide?
Well, we need to balance the system, because what is true with renewable sources of energy is that they're only available when the sun is shining or when the wind is blowing. So we can't decide that, or we can't adjust that. So we need something to store the energy to meet the different times of demand peaks. So at the moment, there are several competing technologies, both for shorter term storage and for longer term storage, and it's a little bit unclear yet what will be the solution at the end. But I think in a couple of years we will see a lot of good opportunities for investments also in that kind of infrastructure assets.
And from a sustainability perspective, what kind of a positive impact can be achieved through renewable energy investments?
Well, I think solving the energy production issue is the greatest kind of puzzle that we need to solve in order to survive the climate crisis. So up to 2/3 of greenhouse gas emissions are related to energy production and energy use.
Yeah.
So if we solve this, we're already quite far. It's not an easy thing to do, and it will require both, a lot of investment, a lot of capital. It will require a bit of technological advance, and it will also require the right decisions from politicians. But I think it's doable, and that gives you hope. I think that there is a solution that we can think of.
Yeah. And how can we make sure that the projects are actually managed sustainably, both from the environmental but also the social side?
Well, I think first of all we need to look at the supply chain. So whenever we are constructing something, a energy plant, we need to look at where we source our panels, where we source our different parts, and we need to require a high level of code of conduct from all of the suppliers, and we need to understand whatever problems there might be in the supply chain. Then when we operate and construct the plants, we need to focus, I think, on employee health and safety, but also on social issues, so that we take good care of the people that work for us.
Thank you so much, Daniel, for giving us a glimpse into the world of renewable energy investments. This is all for our part today. However, don't miss out on the rest of our Alternative Insights videos. So stay tuned. This is Evli.